Hello, Aries, and welcome to your mini monthly tarot reading for the month of January. My name is Jennifer with Aquamood. For those of you that are new, as a reminder that I've already pre-shuffled and meditated with the deck so that we can get started right away. And also, if you find that this message resonates with you, I do invite you to check out the energy clearing that I do for the collective at the end of all the readings. Okay. In the first week, you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is talking about an energy of forward movement. It's talking about an energy of success, of triumph, of balance. But it's more of a spiritual triumph than like a material or a physical triumph. Because it's you have also the Chariot, you have the forward movement. So it's like if you've been trying to move towards something or away from something, you've got momentum in the first week of January. You've got success, and you've got, it's almost like the energy, the will, the drive, the desire to move forward very successfully. You are very energetically supported in the first week. Oh, look at that. You have the Death card in the second week, and the Death card does not mean physical death in any way, shape, or form. Instead, it means transformation. So if you can see, like on this snake here, it's outgrowing its skin, it's shedding its old skin, it's transforming, it is alchemizing itself. So in the second week, there's a shift for you, there's a growth for you, there is it's not just a shift, it comes with an ending as well, almost like closing one chapter to start a new one. And you have the Nine of Discs in the second week as well. And I see the Nine of Discs as it's a singles card, but it's also a very successful card. A Nine of Discs person has their own money, has their own hobbies, has their own interests, has their own career. You might be busy with work in the second week. You might be making your own money, so your financial stability will not be affected even in the midst of a personal change or shift in the middle of the month. And you have the Daughter of Discs in the third week of January. And this is a much more grounded energy. This is an energy of looking towards the future. This is an energy of feeling very strong within yourself, of feeling very confident within yourself. I also always describe this card as having a little bit more clarity on what you want, having that goal in mind, maybe that you started at the beginning of the month, having like the physical tenacity to go after something. Like there's a very strong desire that gets activated in the third week after you do some of this shedding. And then you have the Two of Swords coming up. And so the Two of Swords is talking about how you might be feeling a little bit out of balance. You might be feeling like you are doubting yourself, or you might be wondering if you're making the right choices, or you might be trying to juggle something. Just whatever the situation going on has you feeling like both feet are not on the ground, essentially. And would you look at that? You have an Ace of Discs coming up for you. And so this card is talking about a new beginning, a physical new beginning. This could be a new job, new money coming in. This could be a new opportunity. This could be a new home for someone as well. It's just it's a tangible new thing, item, probably money related, coming to you in the fourth week. Wow. And then you have the Two of Swords coming up for you. And I'm sorry, I meant the Daughter of Swords. I was looking at this card. The Daughter of Swords is talking about having more mental clarity, having more insight. It's not like you'll know everything about the situation that you're going through, but it's like you start to comprehend a little bit more, or you start to understand why certain things are panning out or playing out the way they did, or you start to see things or learn patterns about yourself in a much more clearer way. Again, not that you'll have the big picture, but there will be some clarity and some understanding coming to you towards the end of the month. Maybe a little bit of clarity of what was going on towards the middle of the month. But it is a very big, impactful month, I would say. So let's go ahead and pull extra guidance for each of the weeks. You have surrendered to what is in the first week. And it says, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So if you've been feeling any type of frustration, any type of impatience of wanting to move forward, of wanting to get yourself unstuck, it's kind of reminding you to come into the present moment by accepting the situation as it is. The Two of Swords in traditional tarot also talks about you being blocked off or being in denial or not wanting to see the reality of the situation. But I'm getting that you're going to be able to accept it because you have change happening for you later that month. You have surrendered your fear of change. It says the universe is reminding you that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. Again, sometimes your own stuckness or sometimes your own inability to move forward is blocked by your own fear of change. Because sometimes the conversation in our head can sound like, well, what would my life be if I weren't here? Or what would it look like if I didn't have this job? Or what would it be like if I didn't have this relationship? Or if I didn't feel this way? Or what would it be if I actually went after that goal and completed it once and for all? And so that would require you to let go of stories of yourself. It would require you to let go of your current reality, and sometimes that can be more scary than letting go. In the third week, you have surrender your addictions, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, or sex, or overworking. Take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So this to me is more talking about being aware of your coping mechanisms, being aware if you are going through a point of frustration, if you are going through change, if you are going through any transformation, to be mindful of any ways that you might want to self-sabotage, to be mindful of any ways that you might go to numb or to medicate or to, I'm getting self-sabotage again, because that's kind of what might be triggering the unease or the imbalance or the continuation of staying stuck. And in the fourth week, you have surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So again, this to me is coming in more as advice for your success, especially when it comes to opening yourself up to new opportunities, to new people, to new work, to new circumstances. And instead of thinking or considering or comparing yourself, well, maybe I'm not smart enough or qualified enough or ready enough or skilled enough or talented enough, or maybe that person has more, or why do they have more? When it becomes that issue of not being enough, it's normally because you're in comparison with other people. Like, maybe I should be there by a certain age, maybe I should have done this by now or have this by now. But again, you're not comparing yourself to other people because you're living and walking your own journey and your own path. All right, Aries. Oh no, I forgot one card. I'll be right back. So sorry about that. I've done that to you guys a couple of times now. But okay, I'm gonna pull one last card to close out your reading. And you have calmness, which is a crown chakra stone, and it says rainbow moonstone. So it says calmness. To calm your monkey mind, do not feed the animal. So I think this is talking about your biggest ally this month being very mindful of your thoughts, being very mindful of not letting your thoughts spiral, being very mindful of not shifting into any possibly like obsessive or where you're thinking in circles, and maybe even having any tools readily available for how you calm yourself, whether it's a tea or a walk or a bath, knowing that you have that on hand versus any coping mechanisms to help you from spiraling, at least in your headspace throughout the month. All right, now I'm going to leave it right there, Aries. Hope these messages were helpful to you, and Happy New Year's. And we'll see you guys at the next reading. Bye.